big, and it's in your face.
I've actually never seen my work blown up to this magnitude, and this is actually the small scale.
The images are part of a Hunts Point community program inspired by a French street artist named JR. The idea is simple. Upload a photo, receive a poster, paste it for the world to see. JR's idea was awarded a $100,000 grant from a nonprofit organization dedicated to innovation. They liked the thought that the art might inspire people, so the money went to a website which was to be used on a global scale for placing people's portraits on walls and buildings.
So he went into Israel, he went into Palestine, and he put images of Israelis and Palestinians on the dividing wall, on the opposing sides, to ask people to really face what is the difference between you and this individual.
Hunts Point has been best known for its poverty and drug problems for years, but there is a revival underway. A strong artist cooperative lives behind these battered walls. Bronx neighborhood leaders were seeking a plan of action to revitalize their streets and brought local photographers into community board meetings asking questions about JR's global work.
JR was introduced to the Hunts Point area by Majora Carter, one of the people that works in this neighborhood. She met him at the TED conference.
His initial idea was to just have people understand communities from the outside.
Its premise is simple. You photograph people that live in the community, put it out there for everyone to see, on a wall, on a roof, even on a train station. And by adding the maternal eyes of the women of the Bronx, it ultimately is about making invisible people visible. Paul Ramirez, inspired by JR's work, decided to take the original concept a step further by adding the eyes of neighborhood women on top of the original portraits.
We took the eyes of 55 different women throughout Hunts Point, and in working with the youth, you realize that the strongest thing a lot of them have are their mothers.
The leadership of this neighborhood is mostly women-based. They've held this community together, they've held their children together, they've held the schools together. The women have really been the face of this community.
We took photos of a lot of women through the eyes, and then we just cut them out in little pieces. We actually went to the subway. We were taking their photo, putting it in front of their faces, and just looking the Bronx through the eyes of the mothers.
This Bronx crew has been busy these last few months, plastering posters on walls and buildings.
I spent a 2-week time period recruiting buildings all throughout Hunts Point area. And in doing so, you meet with a lot of different people and you really start understanding what type of business owners actually exist.
Mainland Media has offered the artists at the Point their printing presses to create the large-scale posters. And teachers inside photography classes at the Point utilize their own students to photograph people at random sites.
What I was able to do was bring some of my former students, some of my peers, some of the people that I work with. I do storytelling with a camera. So a lot of photography was done maybe I'm gonna say about 7, 8 different photographers, amateur to professional.
It's public for everyone, anyone can see it. And that's the pretty cool part, so I could walk around my community and see my own photographs.
I've never seen this growing up as a child. Yeah, you see graffiti, you see murals, you see paintings, but you never see people's faces. So many different caricatures of people shows a different side of the Bronx. And all these people that were a part of this, all these images, are people from the Bronx.
That's the importance of it, really. And that's really what I think JR was trying to do. He was really trying to teach us the process of it, but really leave it up to us to make it happen.